Today I want to talk to you guys about why Whis seemed so excited and happy when Goku tapped into the Ultra Instinct technique that technically Whis has been trying to teach Goku, Vegeta, and even Lord Beerus for a very long time, and none of them have mastered it, but it appears Goku may be the first out of the group to actually get as close to it as possible legitimately. And maybe in that short amount of time he mastered it for the couple of seconds he was using it, but nothing long term to the point where he could actually use it in every single fight and engagement. Of course, he is in with other fighters in the Tournament of Power or just in regular fighting senses in general. I've noticed when comparing Whis as an angel slash attendant to the others, he seems to be much more into, I would say, the fighting from a teacher standpoint compared to the other attendants of the gods of destruction. Now of course that may be just because we see Whis so much more and we're just now seeing most of these other angels for the first time, but I still feel as his personality is, he's very upbeat, he's very bubbly, and very kind of a funny person or a funny being at the end of the day, but still I believe he is very in tune to fighting, to improving, and hence why he has taken on training Vegeta and Goku. To me, if he wasn't really about that and about seeing them eventually progress and get to a point where they could be as strong as Beerus, if not maybe even stronger potentially one day, I don't think he would have taken up either of their offers to train them. And it appears that the relationship is much more closer from a student to teacher perspective from Whis to Goku and Vegeta and even Lord Beerus than the other gods of destructions and or their attendants slash angel. If you want to compare, for example, Vados to Champa, we don't hardly see any of that in between them. Now Vados seems to be the type of attendant who is a little different. Okay, she's got a little bit of a snarky personality, of course, to her, similar to Android 18. And when it comes to her relationship with Champa, it's much different to me than of Beerus' relationship with Whis. We don't really hear Vados talk a lot about things in a fighting stance, and even though she claims she's stronger than Whis, it's starting to make me question now just how much more about, I would say, achieving this Ultra Instinct does she know more than Whis. And that could also go along with the others, because it seemed Whis was the one who was the most excited, not just because I think it was Son Goku, but to see someone finally reach that, and especially being immortal. The other gods, of course, knew about it and were kind of shocked and surprised like Beerus, but from a fighting sense, it seemed like Whis had the most intellect on it. Not saying the other angels and attendants don't. I'm sure they've heard of the idea, but whether or not they're training other fighters like Whis is training Goku and Vegeta to tap into Ultra Instinct is the big question, and I don't think any of them are doing that as much as Whis is doing. So long story short, when you take all of that I've just said and you put it together, Whis is a type of teacher and attendant, I would say, that at the end of the day, if Universe 7 were to lose, of course his life would be spared, but I still believe he likes to see Goku and Vegeta succeed when they can, especially Goku. He's mentioned several times how Goku, wasn't, so carefree, and then, of course, with Vegeta didn't have a chip on his shoulder. They could eventually begin to move without thinking and all of this. To see that actually happen out of two mortals that you have not known for probably longer than, maybe a year or two within the Dragon Ball timeline, that's a huge jump, and that really is a huge success when it comes to Goku, and I'm sure Vegeta's going to be right behind him, technically speaking, because I think Vegeta, like I said before in a previous video, has been training longer with Whis than Goku has. You gotta imagine Whis is definitely excited and happy about that, not to mention he has grown to like Goku over time. As far as Vegeta, I don't think he despises Vegeta, but I think he actually has kind of grown to like Goku in some sort of interesting way, though he understands and knows Goku sometimes forgets his manners when it comes to respecting deities and so on and so forth. I think like everybody else, he's grown to like Goku, and a little bit of Goku's just upbeat character, his personality, him being so just kind of happy just about whatever, it's kind of rubbed off on Whis a little bit. And to see somebody that he's training, a fighter that he's training, reach that form, reach that technique, get to that point even before his own god of destruction really has gotten a chance to do it, that's huge stuff. And I think Whis is going to continue to look forward to Goku hopefully tapping into that again here in this tournament of power. I think if it were another attendant or an angel from a different universe and their fighter was the one who tapped into Ultra Instinct, it would be a different story. I don't think they would share the same excitement and happiness as Whis did with Goku, because like I said, I think Whis is the only angel that's actively training his mortals on a personal basis, compared to the other universes where their mortals may just train by themselves, and that's really about it. So comment section below, you guys let me know your thoughts on this and everything in regards to Whis, his happiness to seeing Goku being able to tap into Ultra Instinct, how excited he was to see that, Immortal was able to do this, and really, like I said, in a short amount of time. If he's been training Beerus for this long and Beerus still has not gotten to that point, we're not sure if Beerus can do what Goku did. We know he's more powerful, but can he do what Goku did here against Jiren and tap into Ultra Instinct to be able to literally move without thinking at all? We're not sure.